So this girl made an analogy for sin being like if someone spit in your food. And this is top tier. Let me tell you why. It don't matter if it's a little spit or a lot of spit. Either way, the energy is depart from me. Respectfully, like, I don't want to look at you. If you spit in my, I'm not looking at you. I have to know. And the only way this situation is getting redeemed is if I have a child and that child is like, no, it's okay, mom. Like I'm betting for them. I'm betting for them, mom. Like, it's okay. Like, I know they messed up, but like they really solid. They with me. And I'm gonna look at you and be like, you sure? But I really believe my son. I know I raised my son right. My son wouldn't spit in people's food. So, I'm gonna forgive you. But other than that, no. And yo, this sin is like spit analogy gets even better because it don't matter if you're a good person, bro. You still spit in my food. Let's address that. And then let's take it deeper to Christians who already gave their life to Jesus, right? You're already redeemed. You already accepted salvation, right? How crazy do you look? Already being forgiven and then doing the same nonsense again. High levels of disrespect. And it's interesting because like the Bible explicitly talks about how horrible sin is, right? And yet in our culture, we normalize it so much and we're like, oh, well, it's not that bad. Like, whatever. Because sometimes we be abusing grace. Like, imagine someone abusing your grace. You forgave them for spitting in your food, and then now they're just playing in your face. They don't respect you at all. Like, the energy we should have is the only reason spit from my mouth should be in your food is like I was laughing profusely and it just came out of my mouth and like, but not on purpose. Part 3 of sin is like someone spitting in your food. A lot of us be playing in God's face. Imagine if God like kept that same energy and he was like, well, he kind of does, but he was like, oh, so you want to spit in my food? How about I spit you out of my mouth? It's giving lukewarm. It's like, you my child, but you acting like you're trying to not be invited back into the house. I think we need to discuss like respect more. Respect is so important in relationships, and Christianity is all based on a relationship with God. How disrespectful does it look if someone keeps trying to defend you and you keep disrespecting them? Think of that. This happens in so many romantic relationships. You're making people look bad. It's like, this your child and they don't respect you. Oh, like, please do not give the devil any room to disrespect God. Like, no, don't let you be the reason for the nonsense. We can do better. And yes, like, sometimes we slip up. We're human. Yes, we're addressing that. It's okay. But no more intentional for no reason. Let's be intelligent. Start using your resources. I'll discuss resources in the next part. All right, so in my last video, I talked about being respectful and like, not intentionally just playing in God's face. So here are some ways that you can like actively live out this Christian thing and like not sin like every 5 seconds. So 1, no pun intended, you need to cut the sinning. For new people, I'm a rapper. It's a reference to my song. Okay, but let's start there. So there's things that the Lord will begin to convict you when you give your life to him that, hey, yo, this is a sin. You're going to have to let that go. And what you got to do, you got to let that go. If you have no awareness of like what God likes and what he doesn't like and stuff like that, like what's in his will, read the Bible. The Bible has all of that in there. It's very beautiful. I think the New Testament is lit. Maybe I think I'd recommend starting in the New Testament and then going back. 2, pray. Because when you pray, God be listening. He be answering. So you can pray for a lot of things. You can pray for wisdom. He'll increase your intelligence. He'll increase your wisdom. So that way you can understand his will, his ways. You can understand the word as you read. Different things like that. Also be around people who have actually been doing this. So how can you do that? By going to church. Sometimes you may not find the right church immediately. So it's okay to leave and like go to a different church. But still, I need you to be plugged in somewhere. Luckily, we live in an internet age, so you can watch online, but don't make that your primary source. You need to be surrounded by real people who will actually hold you accountable and who actually know your name. So if you go to a big church, like if there's a big church in your area that you like, make sure you join a small group. Somebody needs to know who you are. All right, now let's go into your daily habits. You need to evaluate. Let's start with music. What are you listening to? Because that's heavily influencing what you think about all the time. You ever notice how you just randomly start singing a song? You're meditating on it without even knowing. So I would recommend, if you're a new Christian, just do a music detox. You just need to let go of all the ratchetness and replace it with Christian music. You can do a 30-day challenge. Luckily, I got some playlists to already help y'all out. I got Christian rap, Christian R&B, all of that to help y'all out. Give y'all some sauce. Then there's some other TikTokers on here too. If you just search Christian playlist, they got you as well. So all of that's on my website, omgitswande.com. I have some devotionals on there too. It's a great starter pack. And then from there, you can explore deeper and find a whole new world. Now let's talk about your friends. You're going to need some saved friends. You need some friends who are going in the same direction, because otherwise they're going to be pulling you back. This may require prayer. I had to pray about this whenever I first got saved. And then like either 6 months or like a year-ish later, God provided me with like my bestie. But this will also require you to be authentically yourself, because if you're not authentically presenting that you love God and like that's your interest, then someone who loves God and that's their interest won't know that that's your interest, and y'all can't, just connect. So be unashamed, but then also seek out other people who are trying to be unashamed too. Ways you can do that to find them: church, internet. But that's it for the tips today. I love y'all. Bye.